Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, yellow lady. Right there, 54 Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You kill. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on.
First and 10.
Over.
38-yard line.
Breeze now to throw. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back. Check 31, check 31. Easy, opposite.
From the 41, Breeze trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
I don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Prescott under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On the ground, Kamara. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
To throw, it's Breeze. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. Well, third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard, and good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A.J. Klein with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Ready? You're waiting.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready. Mike 54. All day, baby, all day. Good night.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Prescott to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott flush to his right. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Steps away. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Kamara, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready. Yellow lady. Watch it, time to go. Night. Hey, easy. Mike.
The final shot before half for Breeze. Now they go screen. It's complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Kill. 27. Check 52.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott out to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On third down, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Harris now to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, as we hit the home stretch of the regular season, just 3 weeks left. Let's look at the slate for Week 15, some of the more intriguing games. Houston and Tennessee, that's a big one in the AFC South. Rams going to Dallas, Buffalo at Pittsburgh, that's a Sunday night game. And then Charles Davis, he'll be taking his parka to the frozen tundra. You've got Chicago at Green Bay this week.
Certainly do, and I'll take a heck of a lot more than just my parka. I will look like Bib the Michelin Man when it's all said and done. I will be bundled to the gills. A high of 27 expected at kickoff. But let's face it, how much fun will that be? Another historic Bears-Packers game, and a game where the Bears have to have it, and the Packers trying to hold on to the number 2 seed. Houston at Tennessee, so intriguing. Houston just got jumped on by Denver. But these teams will meet twice in the last 3 weeks. A division title may be at stake. The Rams have to win. Dallas can actually afford a loss and still win their division, which sounds crazy. And Buffalo needs a big victory in order to make that New England game possibly mean a division crown. That's going to be fun when they go to Pittsburgh.
Now Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Breeze going to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Running with Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get
Breeze now. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
95-56, 95-56. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They get this again, jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Breeze to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll have a first down past the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 7 yards to go.
Here we go. Come on, Eileen. Mark 54. You must be treated. Here we go, 47.
Prescott down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Cooper was the target there. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Ready. Number 80. Mark 54. Okay, double up.
Breeze to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott rolling to his right. It's caught. Cooper. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Let's go.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Mike, here we go. Go right in. Watch the slack. Watch the heel down.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott sliding out of the pocket. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.